All right, what is up, everyone, to another episode of the Demonic Wave Podcast. As always, I'm your favorite demon, misunderstood demon. And today, this episode is not going to be that long. It might run 10, 20, maybe even less. This episode won't be that long. I just want to talk about the Cowboy Bebop live action cancellation. All right, I'm going to be talking about why it got canceled, why I feel it shouldn't be canceled, and things that are going to go on in the future. But real quick, I'm not going to talk about Cowboy Bebop live action, the story, the plot and everything, because I've made that episode already, my Cowboy Bebop live action review. If you want to check that one out, it's up on, my Spotify and everything like that is up in my episodes. So definitely go and check that out. But today I'm going to be talking about the cancellation. I'm going to be talking about how some people felt about it. You know what I'm saying? Everything in between. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so with this segment, I'm going to be going on about the why question. Why is it that the Cowboy Bebop live action show on Netflix was canceled? I've been reading a bunch of articles. I've been looking at reviews, this, that, and the third. It's been a hot minute, but the simple answer was it didn't do well. I've been looking at ratings and I've been reading the articles about why it was canceled and, how the cast, the actors and everything, how they felt about it. And that is literally the simplest answer. It didn't do well. Now, of course, when it first came out, it was number one on Netflix. And a lot of people were saying, oh yeah, it's pretty good, blah, 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 and everything like that. But that was off the, maybe first few reviews that, I guess, were looking at it early and shit. But give it about a week, right? About a week later, after it was, released and it was number one on Netflix, the reviews come in. Serious reviews. And I'm seeing 40%. 30%, 20%. I saw it 10%. You know what I'm saying? I saw a few, 60s, 70s. I saw a couple, maybe one or two 80s and everything. But majority were very low negative ratings, right? And most of these ratings are from people who have seen the anime. You know what I'm saying? This is the target audience. This live action's target audience were people who enjoyed the Cowboy Bebop anime, So, of course, majority of these reviews were going to be from, the people who have seen the anime and they were really excited for it and everything like that. Because when they dropped, the intro, before the show came out, it was very nostalgic. It had the same music and everything, so that was cool. It looked the same way as the anime, so that was amazing. The way the actors were gonna look and everything, really hyping it up. But then when it dropped, it flopped. It flopped, you know what I'm saying? And, I feel like they shouldn't have canceled it, in a sense, because I'm just they promised a decent amount of shit coming, at the end of season one. They promised some things that I felt they should have put in already, and of course that the biggest thing was Radical Ed. That was the biggest thing. When she was shown literally last fucking few minutes of the final episode. And then you're, on Twitter and stuff, and they're talking about, oh yeah, Radical Ed is coming in the second season and everything, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And it's just holy shit, you know what I'm saying? She's technically the last member to join. And it's cool. But then it got canceled, and it's just we're not gonna fucking see that now. And in a sense, they were hyping it up, and a bunch of other people were talking about it. They were just why isn't Ed already in it? Or, what to expect from the second season and why second season will be better and everything like that. I'm seeing a bunch of articles like that after about, a few days after the show released. And then we get the cancellation, and it's just well, Radical Ed's not going to be fucking in it. But and I've seen articles and I've been reading about how the actors felt about it. And the woman who played Faye Valentine, I forgot her name. My apologies, first and foremost. I don't remember any of the actors' names, first and foremost. But I want to put that out. But back to who I was talking about. Faye Valentine, the actress who played her, she was just like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have gone on for like maybe 2 or 3 more seasons or something. Or it was just like, she was mad. And I'm just like, I understand that because it's just like, you put in all that time, that effort into, acting out and really trying to get into character and everything for said character. And, people are just like, oh, it's trash. You shouldn't be here, blah, 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 and everything like that. And it's just like, what the fuck? Me personally, coming from someone who has seen the anime, I thought it was good. I thought it was decent. Because here's the thing. Live actions, most of the time, are shit. I think the only live action that people have talked about, in a sense, praised, was the Ghost in the Shell live action. I think that was the only live action that people were just like, you know what? This one is good. Stuff on the Avatar: The Last Airbender, if you remember that movie from fucking way back when, that was complete and utter trash. And they're coming out with a live action series, and I believe it's Netflix. I'm gonna be honest with you, that should be canceled off the fucking rip. I don't care. Just because I feel like it's not gonna be good. But yeah, they've done so many different live actions just don't do good. I think there was one for Dragon Ball, and I think that one was called like Evolution. There's hint at the Powerpuff Girls one, and one of the actresses quit. You know what I'm saying? The live actions just don't really do well when they come onto the screen, because it's just like you can't capture the same feeling that said, the cartoon or the anime captures for the audience. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting, but at the same time, it's not that same feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some parts, it feels like nostalgia, but then it's just like, but it's not. But that's the thing with the Cowboy Bebop live action. If you watch this, I said this in the Cowboy Bebop review, the episode that I made a while back. If you're watching this with the mindset of, oh man, I'm going to see this live action, I'm going to see this anime being live, being a live action one, then you're not going to have a good time. But if you watch this live action with the mindset of they're paying homage to the anime, they're not necessarily going to follow the anime, like episode for episode. Some things are going to be different, some things will be changed, the story won't be the same, and everything like that. You're going to enjoy it even more. And that's where, some of the 80%, 70% and stuff, that's where some of those reviews came from. They came from people who didn't necessarily see the anime, or people who have seen the anime, but they were just like, it was a good way to pay homage to said anime. You know what I'm saying? So, as to the why, it didn't do that good. But at the same time, I feel like they should have at least done the second season and then maybe canceled after that, in my opinion. I felt that's what they should have done, But yeah, get ready for the next segment. I'm going to be talking about the future of the live action Cowboy Bebop, because something did happen. So I'll talk about that briefly, and then I will close out this mini episode. So in this segment, I'm going to be talking about the future of Cowboy Bebop. Now, of course, there isn't really a future for it because it's been canceled. But recently, there has been a petition that, if you look it up, there was a petition that you can sign to get the Cowboy Bebop live action renewed for its second season. Now, is that going to work? Probably not. But then again, it might. I mean, they did that for Sonic, the movie, and they got the character changed. They got Sonic changed, looking different. And thank God that happened. But to get this renewed, I don't know if it'll work. You know what I'm saying? You can get enough people to sign it. You can get the petition to, signed by fucking everyone. But will that change it from being uncanceled in a sense? I don't think so. I feel like once it's canceled, it's canceled. It's not really going to come back, But it was interesting to see that. It was interesting because, like I said, the reviews and everything, it didn't do good. But to see enough people go, why was it canceled? Like, oh, they promised, Radical Ed and stuff like that. They were going to do this in the second season. It's weird to see that because it's just like, the same people who are signing this petition that are saying, what the hell, were probably the same people that, gave poor reviews to it, Or, of course, it could have been the other way around. It could have been, people who enjoyed it and they're signing the petition because they want to see more. Me, personally, I haven't signed it. I don't give two shits. You know what I'm saying? If it continues, great. If it doesn't, okay. There's other stuff to watch and everything like that. But it was interesting to see that, And when the articles were coming out about, oh, it's been canceled, this, that, and the third, I'm looking at all the comments. So, like, I'm looking at these articles from, like, Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. So I'm looking at the comments. And people are just like, and it's kind of split. It's like split down the middle, where there's one side that is okay with the cancellation. That are just like, you know what, it wasn't that good. I felt like, one season was enough. They didn't really do the anime justice in a sense. You know what I'm saying? There were some good parts, but not enough good parts. And then the other half are just like, why the hell was it canceled? It wasn't that bad compared to other live actions. You know what I'm saying? They need to rethink, their decision on canceling it. They should really bring it back, at least for one more season or two more seasons and stuff like that. And rightly so, I feel like I'm on the side of it shouldn't have been canceled. I've said it all, I've said that beforehand in the previous segment, but that's how I feel, at least. Should it be canceled? Nah. Mostly just because I just want to see Radical Ed because she's literally like my favorite character in the fucking anime. That's the only reason. But yeah, it's interesting. So who knows? Maybe down the road, maybe sometime in next year, the year after that. Who knows? Maybe we'll see, oh yeah, the Cowboy Bebop live action has been renewed for its second season because of this petition that everyone has signed to get the second season. So the future for Cowboy Bebop live action, it could damn well change. It really could. It could be renewed. It could stay canceled. Who knows? But yeah, that's the end of this segment. Next segment is the conclusion and what else will happen. So get ready for that. So to wrap up this episode, of course, I've been talking about the cancellation. This is basically kind of like an update episode on the Cowboy Bebop live action that I talked, live action review episode, in a sense. It was just like, oh, an update on Cowboy Bebop. It was canceled. But yeah, I talked about why it was canceled, how people felt about it, the future for it, if there is going to be a future. But, you never know. You never know. I mean, things that were pretty shit to begin with has gotten several episodes, several seasons. Sorry, not episodes, seasons. Stuff that people can and say, that are like, no, this is shit. You know what I'm saying? People that have blatantly said that about different, cartoons, other shows and animes and stuff like that, they still get a shit ton of season. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. It might come back. There is a petition to be signed. So, of course, if you want to sign that petition, of course, just look it up on Google. Look up Cowboy Bebop live action petition. I'm pretty sure you'll find it in like 2 seconds. But yeah, you never know. Of course, this is a live action, so I don't really expect it to get a second season. Live actions do not do good, in my opinion. They pay homage to the material that it's based off of, whether it's an anime, whether it's a cartoon or whatever, or a video game, because there's already movies like that, like the Mortal Kombat movie and stuff is based off of video games. But overall, live actions don't do good. They usually do like one movie and then that's it, one season and then that's it. So to have this come back with a second season, I feel like it's highly unlikely. But then again, who knows? You know what I'm saying? With the petition being signed, how many people are signing it, how many people are saying it shouldn't have been canceled. It might change. I guess we'll just have to wait, a few years down the road. But hey, you never know. But thank you. This has been another episode of the Demonic Wave Podcast. As always, it is your favorite demon, Misunderstood Demon, signing out. Peace.